right, welcome back. Okafor, there are a lot of things you try to keep to your chest. Some of them are financial dealings of your country. Some of them are arms dealings and so many other things you keep to yourself. Now, at a particular point, we know that we are a colony from the British rule, but somehow, some way, we are tilting towards the French too recently. We know there are colonies in Africa that were either French or English colonies, but all of a sudden we're tending towards the French. One of them was the note verbal that was given by French to help quell the coup in Benin Republic. All of a sudden too, we are ceding to the French to help us monitor our tax system. I mean, it's looking at another sovereignty being given away.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know, the Northern Elders Forum made a very clear rescue mission to Nigeria by sending an open letter directly to the federal government. We didn't believe we could get to this point. Nigeria, no matter how bad we have fared, our tax collection is not the worst area we have in this country. And there is nothing new that is actually in the tax collection. You know, there's nothing new at all. The bill passed through the National Assembly. I don't think it was France that passed that. So how did you come up with the thought? How do you come up with the thought, the thinking that another nation should be administering the taxation of another sovereign nation? It's unheard of. How did you arrive at that? Who signed that? Who thought of that? You know, what Nigeria, let me read something from their statement before let me read something from their statement. He said, Nigeria stands at crossroads, one that threatens the very pillars of our economic sovereignty, national security, and collective dignity as an independent African nation. See where I want to draw your attention to. He said, it's a direct, unprotected gateway into the heart of Nigeria's tax infrastructure, placing our most sensitive economic data into the hands of foreign power whose engagement across Africa have historically led to economic manipulation, political pressure, and strategic domination. The relationship between France and other African nations, how has it turned out? That is the attention this paragraph is drawing us to. How is the Republic of Benin better than Nigeria? How is Chad better than Nigeria? How is Mali better than Nigeria? How is Niger better than Burkina Faso better than Nigeria? These are the people that have been relating with France. What are we doing in France and what is France doing in Nigeria? That is the exact question Northern Elders Governors Forum. This is not political analysis. This is our Nigeria. This is a cry to save our country. They are saying you cannot wheel out your sovereignty to another nation, especially when that nation's interaction with other nations known to us has not led to any success. Let me tell you, they come with this domination. Go to the Republic of Benin and see how they behave. They are not ambitious. They are just docile in terms of being economically empowered. But Nigerians are hustlers. Most French Nigerians are not like that because we don't believe we can suppress us. Yeah. But French, I don't know. They said they gain nothing from Africa. But since all this, nobody's loading Kubu, don't want Kubu. But since all this Sahel decided to go their way, they'll be doing everything to go back there. Please, they shouldn't come to Nigeria. Nobody needs them. Okay, the form of government colonial rule that they had in the French colonies was what you call assimilation method, where they make a Frenchman, an African man, a Frenchman, which really did not happen. But away from that, now Okafor just mentioned all the French colonies, how they have been impoverished. They are not in any way near Nigeria. How should we go to where people are trying to come up from, handing our tax system over to them?
You see, this is one of the many, pains Nigeria are going through in the hands of the APC government, especially the APC government led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, since his session as a president, he has visited, France over 10 times, if I'm not mistaken. What is he doing in France? Ahmed Bola Tinubu is a man that has, he has image problem, with the international community. So he's looking for friendship, and I think he has found one in French, because ordinarily the Nigerian friend before now is our colonial master, the British people, and the American. But if you watch the body language of this government, it's always about French. The question now is that what is French doing in our country? Why is it that it's French that we're handling our data to? Is it that we don't have the technology? The answer is no, because we have frontal wave, we have pace talk, and all of that. These are technology developed by Nigeria and for Nigeria and in Nigeria, which the federal government could deploy. They say they are going to France. They've not told us the technology they are looking for in France that we don't have here. The only thing you can deduce from what has happened is that it is a way of trading Nigeria away to the French government. And what is the benefit for Nigeria? There is no benefit for Nigeria. The question Okafor actually posed, come to mind. What is, because every other African country that the French government has led, they are finding a way of leaving that leadership. Because the Mali Republic, the Burkina Faso, the Chad, they've all even been a republic in recent time. Want to exit Togo, because in this country you find out that what the French have left there is to put their puppet there, and the puppet carry out their
like we're seeing in Cameroon,
exactly their action and their bid, and it's not helping this country. So is that where we are going to? When Nigeria was supposed to be competing with other nations in the world, we are subject. Is it that the government wants us to be colonized by French afresh? Is it that the government wants to subject us under to the leadership of French? Why is it carrying our data, our economic data, which is the NEF of our society, to give to French, company to manage? What is the idea? Is it that the government is bereft of idea? Or is it that the government found that it is only when it comes under French government that its government will be legitimate before the international world? Is it that the government is suffering from illegitimacy in the eyes of the international community, and then it's looking for an ally that will help launder his image before the international community? You see, I can't comprehend what informed the idea of giving out our economic data, our tax regime to a French company to manage for us, when we have the homegrown technology to manage this data.
Nigerians are some of the brightest, most brilliant people all around the world. Even if you go to France, go to Britain, go to United Kingdom, go to USA. Why can't we develop homegrown technology? Not just only that. Look at Ethiopia, for example.
We are not lacking it. We have it. We have PESTA, we have FLOTA, we have NIBS that belongs to even the CBN. So there's nothing. We don't lack anything. We don't lack anything. We are not lacking nothing. They are not bringing to us what we don't have. So they are only coming to take what we have. Let me tell you, I was joking one time with a friend, American friend. We were talking about how Europeans were running about the whole world. I think we were talking about immigration that day, where we were talking about how Europeans were roaming around the whole world trying to survive, and they ended up meeting better life elsewhere, and they call it colonization. That this one, they are trying to send black people away from foreign countries, that if blacks decide to all go back to Africa and let the whites go back to Europe, that white man will be the first person to go and look for a black man, because Africa is self-sufficient. They are only coming here to take what you have. They are not coming to give you what you don't have. There's nothing that they are giving you that you don't have. That is the truth. And engaging these foreign people cuts our money away. It's akin to engaging foreign contractor to do certain jobs that the local contractor can do. A local contractor will pay tuition fee here. A local contractor will buy rice. A local contractor will send money to the ailing mother. A local contractor will go to hospital, patronize all our things. So, and they will owe local contractors, over 1,000 local contractors. But the big, hefty, overloaded falling projects, they are paid upfront. That's the inconsistency we are seeing with our government, and it shouldn't continue. Now they want to take it to the top, where our tax collection will be handled by France. Why? How? Until how? How did we arrive at that? Northern Elders Forum, they say this is not politics. This is our country. They have come out clearly to say this should not have. They say cancel it. They say cancel that agreement immediately, like it never existed, and apologize to Nigerians.
A new tax system will begin to manifest itself by January.
Yes.
You must have a tax card.
Yes.
Till today, none of us know exactly how it's going to operate. How we're going to be working in darkness in this new tax system.
You see, this is a government that believes that they can do and undo, especially in this tax matter and this agreement with the FIRS company. Is a mark to giving out our sovereignty, because they are the ones shouting for national sovereignty. If your data are with other person, what do you have left? Now you are saying that how can we live in darkness? You know, they believe that they can cajole people to do things, because do they tell you that they are going to remove fuel subsidy before they remove it? Do they tell you that they are going to float the naira before they floated it? You are even lucky that they are telling you that by January you will need a tax ID card for you to, or you know, to live in this country. You are lucky. So how they are going to run it is it does not bother them that they should do enlightenment. You know, this is a government that takes the show without making proper planning before they take the show that will affect the life of the generality of the country. This is how they operate. They don't care what happened to the common man in the street. They just feel the decision is right in their mind, it's right for everybody, without putting plans in place, so that the cushion plan, so that if the repo interest come, the people have something to fall back to. No!
All right, okay, for lastly, 1 minute.
Yeah.
The Northern Elders Forum are talking about it.
And things went worse. You see, this economy is a matrix. It's not something monotonous. You just do one thing, it doesn't affect the other. Everything is connected. But let's leave that aside. We'll watch how it plays out, because you don't tax cash, you tax added value, you tax productivity. Once we are not producing, there's not much to tax. Even dormant money, you don't tax, except maybe you increase a tax rate for interest, which is already being taxed before. If you have 10 naira in the account, watch. When there is interest, at the end of the day, still remove the tax. So those are there before. So I don't know. But now let me come about people speaking.
Yes.
Like you say, we don't have time.
Yes.
It is time for all Nigerians to come out and speak against willfully handing our economic sovereignty to a foreign nation, and that foreign nation has records of not being useful to any African country. As a matter of fact, they have done all they could to dominate all those African countries, and we could see. Would you want to go to the Republic of Benin? Would you like to go to Burkina Faso?
Me?
Would you like to move to Niger? So these are the questions. Even when Nigerians are japa, do they japa to these places?
Maybe we'll send.
So they are not welcome.
Maybe we'll send Philip.
Certainly, they are not welcome.
We'll send Philip.
Yes.
No problem.